A Canadian delegation is heading to Ukraine tomorrow to meet with the country's new leadership. The Prime Minister made the announcement just as the Liberal leader was explaining why he finally apologized this morning to the Ukrainian ambassador. Trudeau had been under pressure since his comments aired Sunday. Senior correspondent Terry Malevsky now on this. Terry.
Well, Peter, as political apologies go, this one wasn't lightning fast, but Justin Trudeau did admit today that he goofed.
And to say that I regret my comments about Russia, which made light of some very real fears and concerns that Ukrainians have about Russian intervention.
So he fessed up. And he made a point of going to the Ukrainian embassy, where he signed a book of condolences and was duly forgiven by the ambassador.
And Mr. Trudeau was the first Canadian federal politician to come and say words that he is really sharing the tragedy which the Ukrainians sympathize with Ukrainian people.
So Ukraine's ambassador is happy, but not the Russian ambassador. He stepped in to say he was shocked that Trudeau thought Russia might intervene.
It's an insult to, to intellect of Canadian public, even to discuss rumors about possible Russian military intervention in Ukraine. It's the last thing you should be worried about.
Maybe, but just in case, the Prime Minister is sending a message of support for the shaky new government of Ukraine.
So tomorrow, Minister of Foreign Affairs, John Baird, will be joining a Canadian delegation.
But Harper himself is keeping his guns trained on Trudeau. In the House, he mocked Trudeau for not holding a press conference at the Liberal convention.
I don't recall ever having to leave one of my conventions through the back door.
Harper's troops cheered, but his memory was faulty. In fact, he did leave by the back door at his last convention, and he didn't do a press conference either.
I recommend to the Prime Minister that perhaps he try using the front door of the House of Commons and actually...
So they traded punches, and Trudeau was still standing, albeit a little battered.
Well, even if it took him a couple of days to realize that it was a mistake, at least he's apologized, and he realizes that it did show a lack of judgment.
Still, by Trudeau's account, it's not the end of the world.
Canadians are open to having people who aren't tightly scripted, who are willing to talk like people talk and from time to time take risks and to time have to apologize or withdraw their comments.
Well, we'll see. Trudeau's rivals accuse him of serial gaffes. Of course, they've been saying that for a while now, and he's still ahead in the polls. But this is just one skirmish on the way to the next election campaign, which seems to be starting a little early, Peter.
All right, Terry, thank you. Terry Malevsky in Ottawa.